Welcome to the Farm Stand Kitchen. Today we're making Italian beef. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to get started. This will be great for the football games that are coming up. And so let's just get started. All right, so what we're going to start with is our slow cooker today. We're going to make this really easy, and you can just make it in here. And we like that. You just fix it and forget it for a while. So what I'm going to go ahead and do here is talk about our ingredients for Italian beef. My recipe is really easy. There's nothing to it, but the flavor is awesome. So let's go ahead and talk about what we're going to use. What you need is just a small pack here of the Italian dressing seasoning mix. It's the Good Seasons brand, so you need one of those. And then we also need a jar of some Greek peppers. And this is the 16 ounce. And we're going to use this whole jar with the juice and all. So you need one of these too. Now, the next thing we're going to add is 1 beer. And if you would rather not use the beer, then you can use a can of beef broth. I always use the beer because it really does help the flavor with this Italian beef. But you can use beef broth if you don't want to use the beer. So let's go ahead. Let's just add our beer right to our crock pot. Now with this Italian beef, you're going to let this cook on high for about 5.5 to 6 hours, or till fork tender. So that could be different for you depending on what type of crock pot that you have. So when it's fork tender and you can shred it, it's done. So you can get that out of there and get going with it. So here's our Greek peppers. We're just going to go ahead and put the whole jar in here. Then we're going to add our dressing mix. And all the spices are in there. So that's all you need for that. Let's just give it just a little bit of a mix. And then we're going to add our roast beef. And you want about a 3.5 to 4 pound beef roast. What I'm using today is a chuck roast. So we're going to put that right in our crock pot. And then I like to just kind of turn it. I like to get both sides in all this liquid. And that's all you need to do right there. Sometimes I'll just plop a few of these peppers on the top so they can kind of just stay up there and hang out and get all happy there with the meat. So that's all you have to do for the Italian beef. So you just put the lid on, you let it go on high for about 5.5 to 6 hours till fork tender. And then we're going to proceed because, ta-da, I have one done. So we're going to make a sandwich because David is kind of starving. So I'm going to make him a sandwich. All right, I'm going to plop this up here. Get that out of the way. Okay, so we have a few things to talk about here. So here is our beautiful Italian beef. It is so tender. I just took this out and shredded it up, and we're good to go with that. What I have here, now, some of you may have this home canned. I did not get any put up this last year, but this is just a pickled Italian mix, and you can readily find this at your grocery store. And you just want to chop it up. You just want to chop it up a little bit. This is how we do our Italian beef sandwiches. Gonna put a little pickled vegetables on top. Okay, so now then here was our broth that came off of this delicious Italian beef. And you have all your peppers in there and all the beef drippings, and this is what came out of the crock pot. So I like to get it all out of there, and then we'll start building our sandwiches. What I have here is just some hoagie rolls. They're just, you can get any kind you want. You could get a Kaiser bun, you could get a hard roll. Any type of bread that you like to serve your Italian beef on is going to be perfectly fine. This is what we have today. I also have just a little bit of this smoky bacon and cheese. And sometimes we like to put a little bit of that on ours as well. So let's just go ahead and build a sandwich. So this is the way I like to do mine. I like to take some of the beef and then I like to dip it right into our juice. And you can use as much as you want. And this is going to be really great, you guys. Super Bowl coming up, all these playoff games first. And this would be really great to make for this weekend because I believe it's the Kansas City Chiefs, which we're rooting for, and the Tennessee Titans. Correct, Dave? Titans? That's right. But we love both teams, so whoever wins, it's all good. All right, let's just put a little more in here. We actually have a couple of our kids that are going to the game this weekend. They're really looking forward to it. Their week is going really long. And all right, so you can just load that up however that you would like to. But I like to soak it in the juice is what I like to do. Now I'm going to add some peppers. These are the Greek peppers. And then we just like to add some of our Italian marinated vegetables. And then you can serve this with a side of juice as well. You can also put your cheese on. You can just build these any way that you would like. This is the way we do it. We might dip them just a little bit more, but it's a delicious sandwich. I think your family will like it. Italian beef.